Coucou les amis, c'est Welva, j'espère que vous allez bien. Today we are going to see COD, that's direct complément d'objet direct, that's direct object complement. So what is COD? The COD indicates the action of a verb in a sentence, and it also completes the verb. It is linked directly to the verb. It cannot be replaced, it cannot be displaced, it cannot be deleted in a sentence. What do I mean? Let's take an example. Je regarde la télévision. Je regarde la télévision. So, we are going to use subject-verb complement for this sentence. So, what's the subject? Je regarde la télévision. What's the subject? Subject is je, correct? What's the verb? Regarde, correct. What is the complement? La télévision. Very correct. Okay, so je regarde la télévision. What if I remove the complement? Je regarde. I'm watching. What are you watching? Doesn't make sense, right? Or I displace the complements for it to start the sentence. La télévision, je regarde. Doesn't make sense. That is why we said it can't be displaced and it cannot be removed in a sentence. So let's see, how do I identify this COD in the sentence? How do I do that? The first thing you have to do is to identify the verb in the sentence. After that, you have to ask yourself questions. The questions are quoi, qui, depending on the nature of the complement. What do I mean? Let's take the je regarde la télévision. Je regarde la télévision. The verb, can you identify the verb? Regarde, correct. Regarde is the verb. So, la télévision, you have identified the verb. Now you have to ask yourself questions. Je regarde quoi? What am I watching? Or I am watching what? Literally, I'm watching what? Je regarde quoi? That's when the COD will not come into play. Je regarde la télévision. So that is how you identify the COD. And also the COD, in the COD, there is no preposition between the verb and the complement. No preposition between the verb and the complement. So talking about the nature of the COD can be the name of something, it can be the name of somebody, that's a proper noun. You can use a télévision as we've used, you can use Paul. Imagine we say, il regarde Paul. Il regarde Paul. So instead of asking the quoi question, you are going to ask the qui question. Il regarde qui? That is still the COD, it will be, il regarde Paul. So Paul is the COD. Is that okay? So the nature, another form of the COD can be the verb in the infinitive form. J'aime manger. J'aime manger. J'aime faire quoi? J'aime manger. So manger will be the COD. That's the complément d'objet direct. J'aime manger. So the COD can also be replaced by a pronoun. And in this case, we refer to it as pronom d'objet direct. Pronom d'objet direct. Let's take an example with that je regarde la télévision. Let's just finish with je regarde la télévision. Or should we change it? Because I think you understand clearly with that example. So, je regarde la télévision. So, we already said la télévision is the complément d'objet direct. So if I want to introduce a pronom d'objet direct, that will be I am watching it. I am watching it. So how do we say it in French? Je la regarde. So this is the explanation. Pronoun will agree in gender and in number. It agrees in gender and in number. So it will be You have to identify the gender of télévision, and you have to identify the number of télévision. Just la télévision, that's singular. And then we say une télévision, that's a feminine word. So it will be, je regarde la télévision. Je la regarde. Je la regarde. And the pronoun usually comes, not that usually, it comes before the verb. The pronoun comes before the verb. So, je regarde la télévision. Je la regarde. Simple, right? What if you take with a singular, other examples with pronoun? Because pronoun is actually very important for you to understand the POD, pronom d'objet direct. It's important for you to understand this. Il garde le téléphone. Il garde le téléphone. He keeps the phone. So if I want to use a pronoun here, what am I supposed to use? Do you have an idea? Try. You have to identify the verb. You have to identify the gender of the COD. You identify the verb. You identify the COD. You identify the gender of the COD and the numbers of the COD. So le téléphone. Le téléphone. That's masculine singular. Masculine singular. So what am I supposed to use? Is it je la garde or je le garde? Correct. That would be je le garde because it is masculine singular. That's correct. Correct. So we've seen for la, we've seen for le. We can also see for, let's see this example. Il aime le sport. Il aime le sport. The complément d'objet direct there is le sport. So if I want to use a pronoun for that one, that's singular, right? Singular, masculine word. So that would be il le aime. Because we said it comes before the verb. And then since it is masculine singular, we use le. So il le aime. Il aime le sport, il le aime. But do we say il le aime? We don't say il le aime. So you have to remove the E. Two vowels are together like this. So you have to remove the E and you introduce an apostrophe. So il l'aime. Il l'aime. So il aime le sport, il l'aime. Very simple. Simple, right? Okay, so elle porte les chaussures. So les chaussures. That's plural. Plural feminine words. Une chaussure, plural feminine words. So it's plural, so I'm supposed to use les. I'm supposed to use les. So that will be elle les porte. Elle les porte. Elle les porte. Very correct. So that is it. So you place it before the verb and according to the gender and the numbers and gender in for the COD. If I want to say he's looking at me, or he looks at me, how do I say it in French? Il me regarde. Il me regarde. It is not il regarde moi. You are going to use a pronoun here. That's a complément d'objet direct. Il me regarde. Il te regarde. That's he's looking at you. Il te regarde. Il nous regarde. He's looking at us. Il nous regarde. It is not il regarde nous. Il nous regarde. If I want to say il vous regarde, that is looking at you. Il vous regarde. So you are going to place it before the verb. So I hope you liked the video and I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video. Do not forget to like, to comment, to subscribe. And I hope you are going to use this complement objective right properly as it's supposed to be. See you. Bye bye.